Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rational Investor.co's weekend edition of our crypto show, our sort of daily brief, but we do it sort of a shortened version on the weekend. You can see, I mean, I literally update this almost literally on a daily basis. Oh, thanks. So it looks like I'm live. Thank you, YouTube, for letting me know. And I'm just absolutely overwhelmed with the messages. So I apologize if you have been PMing me and stuff. You can see it's just even this morning when I wake up, it's like, wow. One gentleman, John McKinney, if you're watching the video, it seems to be the only gentleman that can't get the damn class videos. A little cross at you for trying to get this fixed the week of the exam, John. Tisk tisk. But I am, we'll keep banging away on this until we get you hooked up here. I think there was, you were the last one that we had troubles with. If there's anybody else who is in the school program who's still can't watch the videos, reach out to me and join the milieu, maybe even bug James or Garrett, and they'll bug me on your behalf as well. Long and short of it here, probably not going to do too long of an offering for you today. I'm just going to minimize a lot of these right now. Not a bad idea for us to maybe just talk some words of wisdom to the community. I've actually have been getting messages from my veterans that they are starting to see a lot of FOMO sort of talk even within the community, especially sort of like news site members. Alex in particular was just like, Brian, maybe just do 2-minute review on why we shouldn't FOMO and just, go and mortgage our house and go buy Bitcoins here. I think, and it was interesting, the reason why I sort of stalled before getting this video going, and you guys over on YouTube, thank you for your patience. Just even as I was getting the video going, boom, okay, in came another double for us. So we're having lots of fun in the altcoin space. And by all means, if you have some powder dry, you can park that money in things like Tether. And then when you're ready to pull the trigger, you just simply quickly go and buy Bitcoin and then work your bid in whatever money you want to allocate to the trade in the form of Bitcoin on your particular coin. A lot of these coins too are also denominated in US dollars. Quite a few of them are actually crossed with Tether. So you can just sit in the Tether, and as soon as you're ready to pull the trigger, go for it. If you want to sit in Bitcoins, my advice had been sort of all along here while we sort of find this top, don't try and call tops. But at the same time, too, are we investing in Bitcoins to make capital gains in Bitcoins? I think you're awfully late to the party there. I do like the idea of if you wanted to sort of build a crypto exposure, trying to get into this place, just set yourself up. Okay, I want to buy X amount of dollars of this. So I'm going to split that into sort of like 10, 20 equal chunks. And just every week, once a week, I'm going to go and just buy one of those chunks. And then that way you don't even really care what the current market price is. And in a weird sort of way, you're sort of committed that I am going to come into this market. So ironically enough, you're actually cheering for the market to go down. So, I don't think it's a good idea for us to be, going and buying Bitcoins thinking, yeah, okay, I can easily get 20 grand for a coin, double my money. That's kind of asking for trouble. If anything, what I see, though, and we should all be cognizant of this, is little old ladies just recently did get the most recent sell half on a double order. Here's her first buy way down here at 318 on this asset. You can't even see the bottoms. And how many times do we pull up altcoins where it's the same damn thing? You can't even see the bottoms by the time these things finish their run. So she just got at number 5 off. There was a bit of play around this level, and the irony of it all is on this weekly chart, you don't even see that play. And number 6 has got to be all the way up here above 20 grand. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go there, frankly speaking. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. And anybody who actually tells you that they know what's going to happen, I think they're full of horseshit. The wind is at the market's back. We have, of course, this big CME event coming up. This is the apex of the fear cycle. Politically down in the States, we have everything in play to completely destroy the confidence in the infrastructure that's been put in place through the previous generations. I mean, it's a perfect storm. This is exactly perfect storm scenario. And usually in perfect storm scenarios, this is what the price charts look like. Enjoy it. I mean, it's a bull market. Accounts are going crazy. Frankly, I was shocked when I woke up and now we're above 300,000 here. This is ridiculous. I don't know where the hell this thing ends. The good part about what I do, though, is I'm just recycling. So ironically enough, through this very shitty time of year in the altcoin space, I'm actually doing quite a bit of buying. And I think it's that classic buying when they're crying, selling when they're yelling kind of scenario. So I was actually a bit surprised to see we got off, here's a great analogy of what I do in the market. The hell is that damn symbol? XWC. I mean, this is quite remarkable, really. So I went and actually took a position in this thing about 2 or 3 years ago. And ironically enough, you could actually argue this is almost the same as sort of the Bitcoin story. In that, it's ended like 2 days or so. And now maybe we can see. So, Bitcoin puts in its bottom at $318 or whatever. And here's one double, two doubles, three doubles, four doubles. So Bitcoin's actually just one ahead of this guy. Isn't that interesting? And the interesting thing is this is priced in Bitcoins. So can you guys see the geometric growth? I mean, this thing has really freaking grown. So, and the irony of it all is when I placed the sell order, right? First thing I did, let's get the next buy order or the next sell order working up here at 26, I guess, up in this area. So, the interesting thing is you could totally have reloaded. I could have done second and third cars on this thing. But, just keep it really simple. And this is what I want you guys to really take away from this is I just don't, especially in venture capital, and as long as the current economic cycle is continuing, no yield curve inversion, all that kind of stuff, it's really not in your best interest to walk completely away from stories because this kind of crap can happen. And the great part about it is I don't know where the top is. I suppose if it does crop out all the way back to down the bottom, I can go buy some more. But sitting in a very powerful position. So, this is, this is not the time of year to be expecting this stuff. As I said, I'm actually, kind of reloading on a lot of names right now. Buying. That's very unlike Brian. He doesn't usually act like this. So that's just an interesting side in the market. I'm just doing lots and lots of nibbling all over the place. And the cool part about it is, of course, I'm getting a bunch of Bitcoins handed back to me, so I get more ammunition. Actually, I was encouraged to see our sort of powder is back up to about 2 1/3 BTC. So, at a tenth of a Bitcoin purchases, which is like $1,000. I still got lots and lots of buying to do. What's really cool is this is the time of year to start looking at VCIM ideas, and I see a lot of venture cap names are looking really interesting. One of our students in level 1, Mike Cameron, I think you pronounced his last name. I might have butchered your last name, Mike. Sorry if I did. But anyway, he's been doing some great work on some of these screeners. Just found some incredible ideas. Here's like a Brazilian gold stock. And what was really interesting was we also found another one here, and I don't know whether it's this one. but it's an Argentinian gold stock. So South American gold stocks are coming back into the vogue, which I thought was really interesting. And you know, just chart after chart, these stocks are just on their knees. But this is one from a couple years ago, where this is what the chart looked like when we were told to buy it, and this is the end result. So it's kind of cool to have this as sort of an end result of what these things can do. This one here, if I'm not mistaken, they've even said that they're going into the lithium business. Either this one or this one. I think it might have been this one. But great examples of shares for debt. I didn't know whether I saw any options to directors, but nice rolled back stocks, low share counts. Some really, really interesting looking stocks there in venture cap land if you are interested in that kind of thing. You know, Bitcoin on the short term, I think I was posting this in the lounge yesterday, and I did notice there was somebody, I don't know, there's a relatively new person to the site or not. He was all like, yeah, I'm totally jazzed about shorting Bitcoin. And I was watching price action in here, and it just felt like it was just dead. Price action just felt like it was just stopped. And I just put a comment in the lounge, and I think it's not a bad, you know, journal entry kind of thing. There's an old saying in the market, never short a dull market. And so sure enough, the market just simply ran out of interest in doing business down here. And I think, you know, when we see these volume just get absolutely anemic like this, with this double top working and momentum breakdowns, the market had permission to go down if it wanted to, and it just simply didn't want to. And so after a while of watching this yesterday, and I was feeling like, okay, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Reload short zones, double tops, bear divergences, willy stupids. And then things just sort of stopped. And that was a bit of a warning sign to me midway through yesterday. And I thought it was really interesting because I just threw up some levels here, and I was just curious. I didn't even think it was the case, but I was just curious, what did this correction actually bring the market back to? And lo and behold, there's good old 33%. So when I saw this, I went, oh, I wonder what a bot level is going to look like. And sure enough, there's a bot entry off of that high. What was really interesting is they put this actual W in below that level. We were looking at it late yesterday, and we saw the moving average crosses. And I had just posted, okay, are we going to get low number 3 here? So, I mean, you could have used that as low number 3. I suppose you could have used that. Great little railroad tracks right there. Anyway, you shake it, definitely there was a bullish reversal through this 25 level. And that was also, too, I had suggested in the lounge, watch this trend line carefully because it was going to have to be a break of that trend line to launch this thing higher. So that's basically happened. The bot setup itself, and it was actually interesting. We got like old alumni tweeting out bot setups and stuff. So it's really weird to go on Twitter and stuff when I see, you know, guys like, oh, this bot setup, look at it fire. And I'm like, hey, that's my line. Anyway, its move stop to break even level has been hit here now. So at the very worst case scenario here is this thing gets stopped out at scratch. And really, I think that's the way you got to look at it. You can see on the profile itself, there wasn't a heck of a lot of business done up here. So if this is one of these late weekend kind of fuck you, kind of we're just fucking around with the kids, and they lose this support level, odds are probably going to come right back to that original breakout level. And if that's the case, be careful. Like there was somebody that was posting in the lounge. They had done a bot setup, and the market had run up to move stop to break even. And they had asked, okay, so what's your opinion? And I said, well, if it comes back to scratch, you got to walk away. And a lot of people don't like to hear that. Oh, but wait, no, but no. It's just that simple. If it moves back to stop, as you scratch, you just got to walk away. So I would say the same thing here. And you can see this trend line here. What's probably going to end up happening is this trend line was resistance on the way up. It's now going to be support on the way down. You know, judging by, like I said, the lack of interest in doing business through this This is almost like, you know, one of those look left kind of scenarios. So if we lose these levels, look left, you can see this high here, this high here. There's probably some open orders sitting there. If there's enough business and enough interest to buy the breakout, then she won't come back to that stop to break even level. My hunch is, for whatever it's worth, you can see the fight in here. My hunch is they're going to take it higher, but we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. And I suppose you could even, you know, this is the really cool thing about the bot. We could go down to like a 5-minute chart. And hopefully you see there's a little bot set up right here. So if you totally missed that first trade and you're like, oh, I still wanted to get in on this trade, man, it was so cool. I totally know Bitcoin's going to go higher. Well, you can always just zoom down to a lower time frame, see if you can find a bot off a lower time frame, and take this setup to get you in. Well, I guess we got to go off of there, right? Something like that. It's pretty close. Boom. There we go. So you can see resistance here, double bottoms, you know, one low, two lows, maybe a nice little swish in here, push up, right? You can see the next, this little itty bitty bot will get you in if you wanted to take this setup. That takes us right up to here, about 1250 at 560. So, you know, the great part about the bot is it's just like a level generator. So, you know, if you had, if you were in like a higher time frame bull market, oh my God, this thing's such a bull, man, I got to get in, I got to get in. And you'd missed the first entry and you're like, how can I sneak my way in here? Did you see how I did that? Now you can sneak your way in through here, just playing this little range right down in here. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I mean, anything to anybody? All right, I guess I'm just talking to myself. All right, 11:30. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just do a short one here today. You know, is the market pointing up? Yes. Well, that was pretty easy. Are there coins that are popping? Yep. Better have your open orders working. Is there? Are we getting fills and taking profits today? Yep. Are we buying stuff? Yep. It's pretty active in the market. And the cool thing is, if you're interested in venture capital stocks, man, there's just a ton of these stocks that look so juicy right now. I don't know. Is there anything else to really talk about? Let's see if you guys ask for anything. Wonder where we finished off. I don't see you guys posting that much in here anymore. So 3 days, I'm sure we did all that. Yeah. We finished the list, yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll just make it a short one today. So you guys have yourselves a great day. You know, by all means, if you're in the lounge and you're like, oh, crap, man, I totally want him to review that. That's what this daily brief request room is for. Just pop in here and I'll look for your requests for tomorrow morning show. So play from a position of strength. Don't take any wooden nickels. Looks like we're pointing higher. Get those open orders working and have yourselves an awesome rest of your day. All the best, everybody. Bye for now.